Hi, this is Kristina-Candy talking about my industry project on women in sport, in particular women's American baseball.
Required to wear skirts, high heels, and makeup off the field.
We won't need a day to prove we're just as fast or strong or skilled.
No pants-wearing, tough-talking female softballer will play on any of our 4 teams.
One day, we won't need this day at all. Because one day, this day, will be our everyday.
And we hit the ball with might and main, and fielding we are fast. We are the Rockford Ball Club. We always dress in class. Oh yes, we are. Oh yes, we are.
In my research into women's American baseball, I watched a film called A League of Her Own, which was based in the 1940s in World War II, when the men were recruited to go to the war, and in replacement there was a women's American baseball league. Even though the men would typically wear trousers in baseball, women were made to wear dresses to re-emphasize their femininity, and even off the pitch were forced to go to etiquette classes. In this project, I want to re-look at the women's garments that were worn in women Americans baseball and reintroduce and reform the garments to create contemporary outerwear. I also looked at the American Baseball National Museum online and found garments from the 1940s that I could analyse, and I analysed the stitchings, the belt loop fastening, and the pattern pieces that created the garment. Additionally, I compared the analysis with the male's garment and the trouser, and the trouser had pockets in comparison, and also had a pocket watch for the men. With this, I started to do my own development and draping by using a jacket and a similar belt, and then created different silhouettes and drew over them to create new outerwear pieces. From the development and research that I've already created, I started creating my own silhouettes by draping onto a mannequin. I did this by using a basic block and then creating samples of pleating, ruching, and other elements of pinning to create multiple different draping sequences. I started to develop my drapings further by using Photoshop to edit the pleatings and create repetitions with pleating, fullness, and ruching to create new designs. Additionally, with influence by other pleating styles, I was able to recreate some of the pleating onto my own garment and then analysing and drawing over to show any updates or development that I would like to improve further. As I decided to create an outerwear project, I also looked at fabrications that had elements of being waterproof and lightweight, so I can create the ruching and manipulation of pleating. In result, I decided to go with nylon fabric. Throughout this project, I also used a range of technology, one of them creating eyelets for the skirt, the collar, the waistband, and the sleeves to create the ruching within the outerwear piece. I also used various technology such as the cover stitch machine to show the seams that I would use for my outerwear piece to create a still sporty and nice sport style look, and creating a contemporary garment with new technology. Additionally, as it is an outerwear piece, I would use waterproof pockets instead of the cotton that was used in the men's trouser to create the pockets. I'd used the innovation zone downstairs and has done a step-by-step guide on how I would pursue doing this pocket. Seeing it in the concepts, the women would wear embroidery to show that they're team representative. In result, I decided to create my own sample of women's baseball inspired by my own graphic that I created. I developed this digitally by using Photoshop to show the different colour ways that I could potentially use for my finished garment. I also used digital technology to create my graphics, inspired by the women's baseball posters. I was able to create a colour scheme and create my own digital print inspired by the film and the posters. In result, I would create digital designs through Illustrator and used the print in various ways on the garment to show my final collection. In result, I created a final toile that showed the replication of the Women's American baseball in a new outerwear style.